Now in the Valley today, stolen packages and open letters. People in a small North Dakota town say they've had enough of their mail delivery problems.
And 4 states are in a state of emergency as the East Coast braces for Hurricane Matthew.
Our rain showers starting to clear out. We'll get to see some sun today, but how warm will we get? I'll let you know coming up.
Live from Fargo and serving you on TV, online, and on the go. This is the Valley Today on Fargo CW.
Hey, very good Wednesday morning, everyone, and thank you so much for waking up with the Valley Today. It's just past 7 a.m. I'm Kyle Bosch here with Lisa Bedeau. People in a small North Dakota town say they are fuming over missing mail. Someone from Wyoming contacted our whistleblower hotline asking us to try and find out what's going on.
More than a dozen people told us the problem has been going on for months. They say packages, birthday money, and important documents are being opened and sometimes stolen, and they want something done about it. U.S. Postal Service officials say they are aware of what's going on and they are working with the Office of Inspector General to help the impacted customers.
Time to get a first check of our weather this morning on the Fargo CW. Meteorologist Lisa Green joins us. The sun, it looks like it's going to return. I can kind of see it on the tower cam right now.
That's a promising thing for us this morning after what was such a dreary day yesterday. We had the rain throughout the daytime hours, but it got really heavy last night. Here at the station, we have more than an inch. And a lot of places reporting more than an inch of rain. So we really need to dry out. I know a lot of farmers want to get into the fields. The wind and some sunshine in the southern valley will help that out today. Up north, maybe a few more clouds, but as you can see on our hourly planner, we're looking at some temperatures that are going to be into the low 60s with a mix of some sun and clouds throughout our daytime hours. And that wind still strong all day long in the teens and 20s. Gusting into the 30s at times out of the southwest for us here. So we're looking at some clearing going on. As you can see on our radar and satellite picture, there's a few clouds passing over the Fargo-Moorhead area right now, but there are other places where we've cleared out. The main area of rain and cloud cover still up in our northeastern viewing area rather. Badette still getting some rain showers stretching up through the northwest angle, and then a couple of sprinkles in other parts of northwestern Minnesota this morning. There's some clouds, of course, associated with that too. Hoping get that to lift out. Now you can at least see a little sun today before more clouds move in. And what's going to happen is right now we have that first line of rain showers that have moved through. We're going to get into the dry part of this system, and then the wraparound moisture and cloud cover will move right back in. And so that's going to be impacting our northern viewing area. Notice those snow showers out west too. We may even see a little accumulation in northwestern parts of North Dakota. 46 degrees right now in Fargo, 45 in Grand Forks. It's 43 in Devil's Lake, some 50s out east. Already gusting to 30 miles per hour in Jamestown there. A wind out of the west for you in Fargo and Grand Forks. We're at 15 and 10 miles per hour respectively. So looking at our hour-by-hour planner today, again, seeing some sunshine or clear skies in the southern valley mainly. We see those clouds up to the north and those rain showers rolling back in. Not heavy, but a couple of areas of sprinkles for later on for tonight. And as that colder air punches in, some of this, as you can see some blue showing up on the map there, that's a sign of the model indicating that there will be snow. We may see a few areas of light snow up in the northwest. Temperatures will be too warm for any accumulation, and it won't be heavy at all, but that first snowflake of the season is always a bit shocking, and we're going to see that up in the northwestern viewing area. The rest of us, you don't need to worry about that for tonight. We're going to be a little quieter, but cool temperatures on the way. We'll look at the rest of the work week and this weekend coming up in the forecast.
Thank you, Lisa. Developing this morning, Hurricane Matthew is slowly barreling toward the Bahamas and threatening the east coast of the U.S. The deadly Category 3 storm is packing winds of 145 miles per hour. It made landfall in Cuba yesterday after causing massive devastation in Haiti.
Forecasters expect Matthew to inch closer to the U.S. tomorrow, where it could impact the eastern seaboard for several days. Well, in our election 2016 coverage this morning, the vice presidential candidates faced off in their first and only debate last night.
Tim Kaine's performance was feisty and Mike Pence calm and folksy. Washington Bureau Chief Jacqueline Policastro has the spin from Longwood University in Virginia.
Both vice presidential candidates showed they're confident and ready to lead. This is what it looks like when you walk into Spin Alley, nearly as intimidating as getting up on the debate stage.
If he needed to step in, do you think that Kaine would make a good president?
Absolutely.
Absolutely, without question.
When it comes to style, why did Kaine find it important to be feisty tonight?
Well, I think what he was trying to do was just to get, in effect, Governor Pence to see if he really agrees with some of the more outrageous comments that Donald Trump has made.
It's crowded, tense, and makes getting your job done seem like a stretch. Journalists will do anything for the big shot. There are interviews to grab in there somewhere, sometimes visible only by a sign in the crowd. How do you think the vice presidential candidates did tonight?
I think Governor Pence did a fantastic job. I think he showed the huge difference a Trump-Pence ticket and a Clinton-Kaine ticket would look like.
Like the candidates, surrogates play offense and defense at the same time.
You saw a real leader, a man who's prepared to be president, and a man who's prepared to be the vice president to Donald Trump. That'll be a great ticket and a big change from the last 7.5 years of failed policies.
For the VP candidates, their moment in the spotlight is already fading. The attention is back on Donald Trump and Hillary Clinton. The next presidential debate is Sunday. Reporting at Longwood University, I'm Jacqueline Policastro.
Now, overnight, both VP nominees did take a bit of a hit after some fact-checking. Kaine for oversimplifying Trump's views on nuclear weapons, and Pence for repeatedly denying things that Donald Trump actually said.
A Crookston man is accused of brutally assaulting his girlfriend, who wanted him out of her apartment. 53-year-old Terry Klevgard is charged with felony counts of domestic assault by strangulation and threats of violence.
Court documents say Klevgard had been drinking for 4 days in a row when he choked the victim. He does have a criminal history, including convictions for burglary, terrorizing, aggravated assault, and disorderly conduct. Police are asking for your help to identify a suspect in a Grand Forks assault. Take a look at this picture. Grand Forks police released a couple of surveillance pictures yesterday, hoping that someone can help them identify this man.
The assault happened Sunday night on North 3rd Street in Grand Forks. If you know anything, you should call Grand Forks Police at 701-787-8000 or submit a tip on the Tip 411 app.
A man is facing charges this morning after police say he stole 13 high-end bicycles in downtown Fargo. Matthew McCroskey is accused of 4 felonies, including possession of stolen property and possession of meth. The bikes were valued at around $25,000. McCroskey is also accused of stealing electronics and other items in downtown.
Creepy clown sightings have people on edge all over the country, and there's been talk on social media about one in Fargo. But police say the guy's nothing to worry about. They notified people on the app Nextdoor that they have identified a driver who was dressed as a clown. The Post says police have confirmed the individual works as a clown and is driving to and from events in full costume. Clown sightings have happened across the country in the past couple of months and have caused police departments and even Homeland Security to get involved.
Officials at the Good Samaritan Society in Arthur, North Dakota say they have a plan to get back on track after their care for residents was found to be lacking. The nursing home's last inspection revealed several deficiencies, including force-feeding medication, not answering call lights, and not keeping residents hydrated.
A representative for the facility sent us a statement saying, in part, the facility has filed a plan of correction and they're now compliant with state regulations. Voters in the Central Cass School District are moving forward with an $18 million bond issue aimed at handling student growth. 60% was needed to pass. 62% of voters said yes.
The plan will now build an elementary school addition and a multi-use space for the school and the community. Now, the referendum is tied to an $8 million private fundraising effort. So far, half of that has been raised, and an anonymous donor has pledged $1 million for the project if the district meets its fundraising goal. A man has 2 East Grand Forks police officers to thank for saving his life after his car slid into a water-filled ditch. It happened around 5 Sunday morning just east of Grand Forks on County Road 19.
The 21-year-old was on his way to work when he slid off the road and into the water. Police say water was within a foot of the car's ceiling when officers arrived, and the victim could not break the window from inside the car. Officer Alex Shelkey used his baton to break the car window, and with help from Officer Eric Berman, pulled the man to safety. The University of North Dakota is offering an opportunity for up-and-coming businesses over the weekend. Startup Weekend at UND offers everyone the chance to turn your idea into real business.
Yeah, once the group that hears the pitches picks their favorite ideas, there will be mentors and experts on hand to help get businesses off the ground. Now, if you're interested, the cost is $75 to register. We do have a link to that registration posted at our website, valleynewslive.com. Just click on this story. Well, a lot of us love to have a little snack before hitting the sack. But some of those food choices could be messing with our good night's sleep.
Straight ahead this Wednesday morning, the worst foods you can eat before bedtime.